Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here on another day of Astrogravitational Report. Right? Very good conversations I had today about astrology and talk about planets, meanings, and it was very kind of like a good conversations. Um, and the planets can mean a lot of things, but the energy is pretty much it has like a central meanings in there. It was a good conversations, good talks in there because in its own core, okay. If I have to put the moon represents the leading path of the intuition. So today we're going to have some kind of like a very hard time because the moon out of Aquarius is going to be jumping into Pisces. That is going to be this energy of rebellion. Like, I cannot handle this, I gotta do things, and so on. The moon is going to be squaring Uranus, and it's going to be squaring Mercury and Mars and Lilith and the true Lilith. And here is that this internal clash, it will make you a rational personality within you. That is a like you going too quick. All you need is a little spark, and here we go. You're going in there. The thing is that Mars and Mercury, they are opposing Uranus. Uranus is about to go back into Taurus, okay? And then the moon, it's coming out of the rebellious Aquarius. Here it is coming to this point, like waiting for disaster to happen, right? So don't make disasters, but stay kind of like in a way of when the energy is rising, because it's going to be raised, it's going to be have some tensions. You're going to be feeling, particularly at 7 o'clock in the morning, the inner work is going to be at Leo, and that is going to be opposing the moon. So here is the things that's coming up, and just my suggestion and my kind of like advising to you. First of all, feel within you. Hi, Mary. Glad to have you here. And with those energies in there, in particularly, as they're currently, you don't know really what you're doing, because currently the sun is beginning only to kind of like a trine the north node. It's kind of like a sees the future, but it's still squaring Pluto a little bit. And with those energies in the morning, you're gonna feel like I don't want to change. If you don't change, hi Mohammed, glad to see you here. So if you don't want to change, nothing will change. So right now, with all these intense emotions that it's coming in within us, Mars can go either way. Mars can be go and stand against the universe, and guess what? Uranus is going to be just comes in. It's like, oh, so you want a slap, or you want a certain things, or you want me to put you back online. So this is why Uranus in a way can think a little bit like, hey, thinking about up here, what are you going to do? So this is going to be some very interesting, because right now, since Uranus is in retrograde motion from Gemini, this is talking about your social circle, your friends, okay? You may gonna see a lot of strange things, like, for example, your closest friends or closest people. They say one thing and then they're just not there. And you're like, what the heck? They have to think with their soul about it. They have to mess it up so they can figure out, okay, I promised things and I have to obey things because I made them from the soul. So this is gonna be lots of with this. Can your friends can triggers you? Possibly yes. In there, the energy is gonna be some intense. Okay, there is no jokes about it, because here, how does it look? I know that you guys want to know how does it look. Well, here it's that T square. Okay, here is the t squared. That's what we're talking about, this t. Okay, so here it's this 90 degrees, but there is also a 90 degrees here and 90 degrees here, and that's what we're calling squaring, even though it looks like a red triangle. So now, as the moon it's going to be here, we're seeing these tensions towards Mars, Mercury, Lilith. The true Lilith is right here. And now all this is that oppositions with Uranus. Uranus is bringing a what? Sudden changes, sudden change of mind, a sudden um, certain things inside of it that can be really, why, like, if you, let's say, like, you are in a bad shape and so on, all of a sudden Uranus comes in and brings you good news, brings you good things, and all of a sudden good things happen, and you're wondering what the heck, right? But if you are like in a positions like you trying to be an order and dictate it, you're making a phone calls and you just trying to get things, and Uranus is like, oh, whatever you want is not going to happen. I'm going to make these sudden changes, so all of a sudden you're going to lose everything. So you can learn how to appreciate what you have. And this is going to be some the lessons, because Uranus is going into Taurus. Hi, Jack. Thanks for the comment. And this is what is going to be. I mean, we're going to be go through this, okay? We're going to be going into this. But right now, with those actions, please stay away. Enough with the talk about just this general energy. I know it took like 7-8 minutes to talk about this. But, it is good to hear it, okay? All right. So what's going on? At 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have the sun still at Scorpio. His energy is about to go to the underworld. We have to be in the underworld. Okay? I am thinking about the way of the seed is in the pot. You need some dark, good environment. Okay? To what? To take this stuff from the earth. But what is the earth, though? Right? It's decomposing stuff, dead stuff, leaves, branches, trees, organic stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? So now it is you to convert that darkness. It comes out into the light. And that should be all of us. All right, so this is going to be this energy that's going to come in at 8 o'clock. The thing is going to be a little bit more calming down. It's going to be more emotional growth, very, very beautiful water emotions, right? But the moon, it's going to be like, I need to know what I'm going to be focused within, okay? The moon is also unpredictability, because you may think in one thing and then you feel that something is wrong, it change your mind in a matter of millisecond, okay? But now, particularly in an Aquarius, this is like, man, the things doesn't work, and all of a sudden the intuition is telling you one thing. Here how it's gonna make it. Here how that works. Here how's everything. You're just gonna innovate everything itself, and it goes super fast. Okay, so this is gonna be some very positive in a way, but into a negative aspects, which is they're going to be coming in later on at 9 o'clock. We're going to see all this that is going to come in. So be mindful about how you respond, because the goodness is coming. If you appreciate everything, the goodness is coming. Okay? But if you are going against all odds, and if you're going against the universe, against the natural path of law of life, in there, and you don't appreciate the spirituality, you don't appreciate certain things that it comes into you, you're gonna get something, whatever that might be it. Okay? All right, so here is that energy at 9 o'clock I've been talking about. Here, that's what it's going to be the focus. Okay? And this is gonna be the pressure at 9 o'clock that is gonna be coming into us like all of a sudden. It's gonna be just Poof. At 10 o'clock, the things is going to calm down a little bit with this energy. We're going to have the inner work within Libra. It's going to be kind of like a making balance. And later on, you're looking like what kind of balance? Well, the balance is not there, right? And you're going to be between 10 and 11 o'clock. You may going to feel a little bit bumped down because there is no love, nor the partner, or this or that. What should I do? Well, with the partner right now, what do you have to do? Okay? Going into the unknown, going into the underworld, to the Scorpio's energies, right? Take a look what it's not working and how to make it work while it's not working. What you're going to do for certain things is not working. Innovate. And that's what the moon wanted, right? But right now, the moon, it is squaring Mars and puts some pressures on Mars, and Mars can just go and flick. And that can lead to what? Conflicts. Particularly a verbal conflict, because Mars and Mercury, particularly that Mercury, it's already at Sag. This can be a very hot, heated conversations. Because Mars at Scorpio can talk very meanly. Okay? Very mean. I mean, you just can just level you down just with words. Okay? So be mindful of how you talk, how you communicate. Don't allow other people to triggers you. And if you get triggered, that's mean it's something personal. You need to look at it. Keeping it going at noon, we are going to have the energies of the authority. As I said, you know, the sun currently is looking for things. He's looking at it's like, what should I do? How should I do it? If you do, you know, some of you maybe gonna feel like, damn if I do, damn if I don't, right? This typical American expressions is that you're doomed if you do it, and you're doomed if you not do it. So what should you do? Wait, let the things to balance itself out. Okay? Then you don't have to do things, you just have to what? Act upon it. But this is gonna be more energies about tomorrow, because see that energy as the moon is going to be moving more into Pisces. That is it about the energy of unlimited opportunities that it comes in. Okay. So when you are inventing certain things, those inventions they can go to unlimited things that can be used. Thinking about all the laws of physics that were found. Think about all the inventions that were created, even the smartphone that you have within you, right? But the touch screen has been taken and has been used in so many applications. When it's starting from machines, from controls, and a certain in the banks. When you go to the cash machine, some of the cash machine is a touch screen, right? Okay, so here is the touchscreen invention. It's so many applications. You can use it for so many things, right? All right, to control also so many things. All right, so this is how you have to look, okay? That your things can lead to so many ways. All right, 1 o'clock. This is gonna be the test for Mars because the inner work is gonna go in there, and this is why I see it that it's more hotter because it's gonna be put some additional pressures into the moon in there. This is gonna be trigger everything in you, and here is how you should be very mindful to watch about your actions. Because the ascendant is going to be very close to Pluto, and that's going to be opposing Jupiter. Immature actions. And don't say I didn't warn you. Okay? But if you are mature, you're in the good things, here's what happens with all this energy. Okay? This is the current inner work. And it's the midheaven with Mercury, with true Lilith, with Mars, the mean Lilith right next to it. We're seeing that beautiful blue lines. Those are the beautiful trines with Jupiter. You grow, your family will grow. You grow as a proper way from within the wisdom that it comes in, everything that it goes in there. It's going to be perfect with what? With Chiron. You're going to be healed, your aggravations, agitations, and so on and so on. But you continue to be with agitations, these red lines here with Uranus is going to be, and with the moon, it's going to put that pressure, and you're going to be acting on a based what? Of lower emotions. And Uranus is going to be comes in and it's going to be get yourself straight in a good way or the bad way or the ugly way. However, Uranus has its own ways to do it. That's why he's in charge. He sees the things out there. He's the biggest spy, okay? With his satellites in there, he sees everything that's happened down the earth. But he also have the control to bring the heaven on earth. That's what Uranus is. He's the conduit. Okay, he's responsible of the communications between you and the divine energies out there, with the universal energies out there, the visions that you have within you, and look within yourself in there. All right, guys. Hi. My perceptions high. I email you no response. I just replied to a message about 20 minutes ago. If you, that's Tammy, I believe. All right. What's going on here at 3 o'clock? The ascendant is going to be with the North Node in Pisces, and this is where the spirituality is going to come in. The spirit is going to be driving you in there. The spirit is going to be guiding you to that positions of where you should go. You should go out there to see into the universe. You know, in the eyes of the universe, we are just, I don't want to say atoms. The atom probably is going to be the sun, okay? In there. We are very small to that. But we are important because we are working with that energy. We are co-creating the universe in there. And this is a one part of what Pisces wants to tell us. That in the end, it's all about how did we perform. Okay? Heine from Holland. Thank you for coming in. Hi. Well, certainties cannot be performed because what? We are living in the trauma. Heine Mira, glad to see you here. Did not know it was you, but now I know. All right. Why do we not do certain things? We have not healed the wounds. The universe brings you things that you don't like doing it. The world brings you trauma and drama so you can overcome it and understand it and stop being with it. But right now with Venus has been on 22 degrees of Libra, and it's really beginning to show up and opposing Chiron, okay? And that we have at 24 degrees Jupiter. Jupiter right now has been really hanging up into Chiron. I mean, those two, they're going to go retrograde and going to move direct, retrograde, direct, and they are going to be squaring for a long time. So for a long time, we're going to be working on what? Inner child. So if your inner child wounds are not healed and you're dragging yourself within, guess what? This is the reason why your love life is not there. And that's what Venus is going to be showing us in the next, I would say pretty much week. I mentioned this in the previous reports, okay? Because this is going to be some trigger. Myself, my wounded self, since I'm wounded, I'm thinking that my partner should have to go ahead and heal me when I'm supposed to healing myself. And guess what? Is that brings a healthy family relationships? Jupiter says no, but I'm gonna triggers everything, so you can grow. Okay, Don't skip it. I will create like you can skip that, okay? Because for Jupiter, this is a skip step towards Venus and towards Chiron. A lot of the people is going to be like, oh no, I prefer to go to get drunk. I prefer to go be an workaholic. I can find me another part-time job. I just don't want to do these things to deal with my own self. Is that good for you? Jupiter says no. This is going to be for a while, and it's time to fix this. So some of the people is going to be trying to run away. Some of the people, they're just going to be rolling their sleeves, and they're going to be working on themselves. Why? Because the humanity is evolving. All right, without the evolutions, we're talking about at 5 p.m. this evolution is going to come in. Something has to happen in the material world as we're seeing it right now with all those energies of Scorpio opposing Taurus energies. If you're a Taurus, you're probably feeling it, right? If you have anything in Taurus, you're feeling it, particularly if you have Mars or if you have anything also at Scorpio, you can feel these energies. So now it is about that it comes in the vision, the event horizon, the ascendant is at Taurus, very close to Uranus. It is about that the Uranus is going to tell us, go back into the monetary gain, go back into the real estate, go back into the farming, go back and enjoy the food in a good restaurant, go and create abundance. And now, because we're human, we were taught that we have to have money, lots of money. We have to have lots of food. We gotta be in the gluttony state, okay? So look at it within all this is about you to learn that Uranus is gonna tell you what? Have what you need. No more or no less. That's all. That's all Uranus is going to be teaching us right now. And we're going to see it because he's going to go retrograde in Taurus. All right, 6 p.m. This is going to be some interesting energies because the midheaven is going to be close to Pluto. But overall, the things is going to be that more kind of like a balance. You're going to be wondering, about the things that happens today. You're going to see this, the moon in Pisces is going to be very, very much interesting. It's like, what if everything that about the universe is true? What about if the emotions turns to our energy? What about if this energy is a magnet and I'm attracting or rejecting things in my life? How about if I can learn how to flow with all this? And this is why you don't have to know the future. Because you're preparing yourself that the things that comes towards you, you're going to be reacting on it. Not putting your emotions, you're not putting your ego, you're just reacting on that. From wisdom and from awareness of consequences of your actions. And that's what the moon wants to give you. Okay, you do have that awareness of your actions. All right, as we are talking about later on, the ascendant is going to be at Gemini, is going to be exiting out. That's going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune. Restrictions is in order. This is right now, it's this Saturn in Pisces particularly is to, comes in, it said, let me fix your thinking. Because see, when you put the spirituality and that spirituality goes within your mind, you're operating from the mind. I want you to operate it from the spirituality. And from spirituality, tell your mind what needs to be executed and accepted. I don't want you to your mind to twist the spirituality and programming yourself on something else. Okay? confused with all this moon Cancer, rising Taurus, moon Pisces, midheaven, Gemini, and Lilith. Uh, this is about, with the confusions in particularly. In there, the moon is ruling Cancer, which is the family. That's what the moon in the astrology represents, the mother. Okay. The rising in the Taurus, that is mean that you came in with the energy that you are gonna be more working within what the visions within the material world, while your actually place that you should have to settle in a way. That is going to be the Scorpio's energy, which is that is going to be how to operate with the material possessions in the relationship. And that's what that Scorpio's energy is. Okay? So the moon right now in Pisces is setting up our intuition to look at it into the spirit. Okay? And midheaven is changing throughout the day. It is basically the inner work that we need to do up there, okay, within our consciousness. But we have to bring that consciousness in a practical way at home, down below. Okay? And Lilith, there is two Liliths in the astrology. The one it's true Lilith, the other it's mean one. The mean one it's going slowly. The other one is like a pendulum. It goes from the one side to the other. The true Lilith is seeking for the truth. While the mean Lilith, it shows you the things that you're gonna be investigate or search for it. Okay? I hope that help you and hope that helps some of you here. All right, 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Cancer. Very beautiful. It's adding to the energies of the moon. The moon, it's also in the water, a lot of emotions. Okay, some of the people maybe feel like, let these emotions go. You need to understand the best way of healing is when you cry out. Some of the people, they're crying in the shower, they're going crying in the walk, but it's a healing process. So let those emotions out. If you have to speak your emotions, go speak them out. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay? If you have to express all this, but be mindful about this taking things personally. Okay? There is something that I heard it before and I use it too. It's called Q-tip. Quit taking it personally. Okay, very beautiful advice and is gonna be very much helpful. All right, as usually we getting into Jupiter. Jupiter is gonna come into the ascendant, which is the event horizon. At that time, the inner work is gonna be with Saturn. Right now, all these guys, they're working with this beautiful, beautiful water trine. But how's the energy? Okay, well, Jupiter is going direct, Saturn is retrograde, right? And we have some Mars, it's going to be going forward. Mercury is going forward, while Mercury is going to be retrograde. So this is one of the things that be mindful what you said today, because you may have to go back later on. All right, 10 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Leo, opposing Pluto. Inner work at Aries, seeking it to what? To the sun. So now the divine is going to be looking for your authority. Okay? Sometimes you're hearing that sound within your soul in there. It's like something warning you, something telling you, something is giving you some visions. Some people getting awakened at 3 o'clock and 33 minutes, right? And they are like hearing the voice, you're gonna have this and that, or this is gonna happen. And you're just waking up and you're just trying to see who is talking. Your soul is talking. The divine is pointing out to your soul to talk to you. This is where you sleep. The ego is going down, right? But now you're going to be at 10 o'clock and you're going to be like, oh, shoot, something's coming up. Yeah, that will be coming up because later on you're going to see that this inner work is going to be connecting to the inner child, is going to be connecting, ascendant is going to be connecting to Leo. A lot of the work, it has to be done to recreate. You see, if you create yourself in a base of the ego, what other told you, and propaganda or commercializing or and so on and so on, now you have to demolish everything, then what do you have to do? You have to recreate yourself. So if you built yourself in a wrong way, now it's the time to what? Dissolution in there, dissolve in there, okay? Find this, there was this, back in the days when there was a Windows 95, there was a something that was called hard drive defragment, which is it takes the pieces of the informations, move them to another place in the hard drive, and then it cleans it and organizes it to have more space. Okay? And it was taking like for an hours and hours and hours thinking about like that way. Okay? That's how I was. And we're going to see at 11 o'clock this energy is going to be asking us about to look at it, to where we are going. Okay? But you need to understand the path of where we are going is open up to us when we start walking. And some of the people, when they recreate themselves, they start walking on that path. And this is going to be that divine energies from the North Node to the ascendant that is going to be at Leo. All right, so that's all I have for you for today. Hopefully, this is going to help you in your life. Hopefully, we're going to be learning it. Hopefully, we're going to be evolving it. Hopefully, everything is going to be okay with you. I'm looking forward for your comments. And I'm going to be giving you tomorrow morning. What are we going to have tomorrow morning? Okay. This is going to be... Well, the moon is going to be going on a very beautiful positions. There's going to be some trine with the sun. This is going to be one of the intuition and authority. They're going to be working tomorrow. The moon itself is going to be meeting tomorrow the North Node. So you're going to be finding things of what you're supposed to do. Maybe a mission in life. Maybe the mission of recreating your true self. Whatever that might be. Maybe reconnecting to your soul. Okay? But for that, we're going to be talking more about that tomorrow. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for the clicks, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. And come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love to you.